Hey y'all, it's Mr. Smith again with same amount video 2. So we're gonna do another problem with same amount. Follow the same procedure. I'll go through it and then we'll go ahead and I'll read it and then we'll go ahead and solve it. So it says in 1979 we have India and Mui began collecting Cabbage Patch Kids. The table below models the same amount of Cabbage Patch Kids both ladies collected after X years. So we have India, and this represents the number of Cabbage Patch Kids that she's collecting. And then we have Mui, which is 4x plus 8. And it says, how many years will it take before India and Mui end up with the same amount of Cabbage Patch Kids? That shouldn't be there. So we have same amount. And who can tell me from the last video, same amount is the same thing as equals? That is correct. We're going to put equals. So you can think of same amount and equal as being synonyms. So we're going to figure out when India has the same amount as Mui. So we know India is 6x plus 2. We know same amount is same thing as equals, and we know Mui is 4x plus 8. And then we just solve our equation. Always wanted to try and get x on one side, so I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides. I'm going to draw my line. I apologize. 6x minus 4x is 2x. And then we have our 2. And then 4x minus 4x is 0. And so we just bring down our 8. And then we just have a two-step problem left. So now we have our x. This 2 is the furthest thing away from x. So we're going to do the inverse operation, which is subtracting 2. And 8 minus 2 is 6. So we're left with 2x on this side because 2 minus 2 is 0. So all we have left is the 2x that comes down. And then we divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 3. So now we have to recognize what this 3 means. So we know x years, so we know this is 3 years. And it says how many years will it take before India and Mui end up with the same amount of Cabbage Patch Kids. So we know it will take 3 years, because that's what we got x to be. So we'll take 3 years, because that came from here. 3 years before India and Mui have the same amount of Cabbage Patch Kids. And again, it's always best to go ahead and write a statement, especially when it's a word problem, because you should actually answer the question, how many years will it take before India and Mui end up with the same amount of Cabbage Patch Kids? You wouldn't tell somebody x equals 3. You would tell them a statement. So always try and get in the habit of writing a statement, especially when you have a word problem. Again, I hope this video helped. If not, you can always go back to video 1. I'll see you next time.